G'day, Rockhound here. Welcome back to another Mavericks Proving Grounds video. This time I'm going to go over 10 things that Mavericks will have that will help to set it apart from other Battle Royale games coming out this year. These are all things that have either been confirmed by the developers, or at least that they've said they're aiming to have as part of the game. These are in no particular order, and I'm only focusing on the Battle Royale part of Mavericks here. We know that the game will have an MMORPG open world aspect to it, which will be developed going into 2019. However, for the purposes of this video, I want to highlight what will make Mavericks Battle Royale sessions different from other games in that genre. Number 1. Fully dynamic time of day. The game will have natural day cycles in it, so in each Battle Royale session we could be playing at any time of day, including nighttime. The devs have said that they're aiming for nighttime to have a level of darkness somewhere between real darkness and cinematic darkness. This will mean that as a player, you'll need to make strategic choices as to whether you risk using torches or lights to guide your way, or instead choose to blunder around in the dark while trying to remain concealed. We saw a brief look at night mode in the trailer in an area of the Isle of Doorn that was on fire, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like in areas where there is no lighting at all. Number 2. Battlefield-style destruction of buildings and other objects. Mavericks is going to provide you with plenty of opportunities to blow stuff up. You'll be able to knock holes in walls with C4, destroy smaller trees, or even lay siege to an entire wooden shack by shooting gas bottles and blowing them up. The devs have even talked about allowing larger scale destruction in the game, like destroying dams or bridges, but that's yet to be confirmed. With building destruction, it will be very similar to Battlefield 1, where you can destroy most of a building, but the bare bones will always remain in place, providing cover for players. Number 3. Your movements will be traceable. In Mavericks, you're going to leave your mark on the world, and that may give your location away to other players. As you move about, you may bend foliage as you walk through it, or leave footprint trails that can be tracked. Heavily wounded players may leave blood trails or bandage wrappers behind them, and you might also disturb wildlife, who in turn will telegraph your position to an enemy. In Mavericks, you'll need to be much more conscious about how you move through the world than you are in other Battle Royale games. Number 4. Some cosmetics can only be earned in-game. Mavericks developers Automaton have drawn a clear line in the sand when it comes to in-game purchases. You'll be able to buy things like gun skins, emotes and spray icons with real cash. However, Automatons say that they're passionate about protecting and separating the in-game economy and achievements from real-life money and spending. So your in-game achievements cannot be bought, shortcut or undermined. This will mean that you can take pride in showing off your achievements, specifically when it comes to clothing, without others being able to just pay cash for the same look. Number 5. Mavericks has a decent backstory. From the recently updated Mavericks website, we've learned that the Isle of Doorn was home to technological visionaries, computer scientists and engineers, and that the group had originally constrained their AI's research to projects for the benefit of humanity, rapidly progressing them towards a sustainable future. However, in humanity's darkest hour, presented with the possibility of nuclear extinction, they turned their considerable capabilities to a different purpose, controlling the world to ensure its safety. Despite efforts to find a different solution, the islands were deemed the most effective solution for preventing another bloody uprising, their inhabitants selectively transferred due to being identified as a threat to stable society. The result is an island capital that is managed by the capital forces and 4 rebel factions: the Circle of Lazarus, the Institute of Technological Resistance, the Last Special Forces, and the Syndicate, all of which have their own base locations and ideologies. You'll get to choose which faction you are part of when you first join the game, including the option of being part of the capital forces if you don't like the looks of any of the factions. You'll also earn reputation through in-game performance and achievements, and be able to donate it to either the capital forces or one of the factions to help their cause. Exactly what that means though, we're still yet to see. Number 6. Fire propagation. All you pyromaniacs out there are going to have a field day because Mavericks is going to include situations where you can start large-scale fires. We saw a snippet of it here in the game trailer, and the devs talked about it in the first roundtable video as well. You'll be able to toss a Molotov cocktail into a grassy field, for instance, to flush out any players, or burn it down to hide your tracks and prevent someone from tracking you. So you can expect to see some pretty crazy fires around the map when we finally get into gameplay. Number 7. 1,000 player Battle Royale. While it's likely that initial Battle Royale games in Mavericks, especially during the closed beta, will have up to 400 players in a game, James Thompson, Automaton's CEO, confirmed at the E3 Expo that Mavericks will have a 5-person squad mode with up to 1,000 players on the map. That's going to be pretty spectacular, and that's sure to have aspects to it that you may not have considered yet. For instance, what will it be like queuing 1,000 players into the game, and how much wait time will there be? Also, what will gameplay be like if a large portion of that group end up in the same location? We're likely to find out the answer to those questions within the next 12 months, as Automaton introduced the largest number of players in a single Battle Royale session for any game in the market. Number 8. Dynamic weather. Running around on Mavericks Isle of Doorn, you're going to see a wide variety of weather conditions, including fog that may be localized in certain areas on the map, snow at various altitudes, including within the forests as we saw in the trailer, and rainfall that will form surface water on the ground. These conditions may help or hinder you as well, and they may make you more difficult or easier to pick out in the distance. Number 9. Smooth gameplay. Yep, it's the dream of all players who have pulled their hair out at PUBG's rubber banding and netcode issues, especially early in a round when it can often affect you the most. Using Improbable's Spatial OS distributed server software, Mavericks will have the server workload for each game spread over a number of servers, known as workers, and the devs say that that will allow the game to flow smoothly, even for player numbers of 1,000 or more. This is relatively new technology, and there are only a handful of games available using Spatial OS to date. Mavericks will be breaking new ground in the Battle Royale genre with this technology, and if the developers can really nail smooth gameplay, there will be a lot of happy players out there. Number 10. Minimal cheating. Apparently smooth gameplay isn't the only thing that Spatial OS can help with. It also allows what the devs are calling deep anti-cheat technology to be used to closely examine player behavior. This means that Spatial OS can, as required, request more data from a particular player to work out very carefully if they are cheating. James Thompson has gone as far as saying that Mavericks is starting from a more powerful position to stop cheats than any other game in the Battle Royale genre, which is a pretty impressive statement to make, and something we all hope rings true when we're playing the game in the next few months. Well, that's it for this video. Let me know which features of Mavericks Battle Royale you are most looking forward to in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, please consider leaving a like, and if you'd like to support this channel and get the latest Mavericks news and in-depth analysis, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.